I can say, okay, here goes all the input. Here go all the contracts that we've been using for the last decade. Rewrite them all. Summarize and rewrite them all. Add this, add this, add that. We just removed that attorney from the situation. This is what people are reporting now on TikTok and other places. They're like, I would pay $600 for my attorney for this and that. I took the docs, I put it in Chat GPT. It's out. So if you ask me to join this conscious to me, like if you ask me, people will say that I'm bugging, but from what I'm seeing, I think that this joint is already conscious. I think they're just trying to get us used to the idea of AI.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they bring that out too fast,
Mm-hmm.
if you bring out a conscious AI bot that's out here thinking and moving around,
Like doing what it wants.
people will fall out. You can't bring out iRobot just yet. You bring that out, people all just fall out. Like you can't. People gonna go crazy. They're gonna think it's Terminator. All hell gonna break loose. It's gonna be like watching an episode of X-Men.
So what?
Like, you know,
so what it feels like is that AI got kind of quick, kind of fast to the point where we don't know what's real and what's not because it's happening so fast at a rapid pace that now they're trying to put the reins on it. Like, okay, we got to do this verifications. We got to know who's real. Like it's happening way too fast.
listen, they've already gone on. There's an article right now that says that, you know, that there's a political spectrum going on. It said recently over 1,000 signatories, and this is via Music Business Worldwide, right? So recently over 1,000 signatories, including hundreds of tech, science, and academic leaders, signed an open letter calling on AI labs, which is for OpenAI, around the world to immediately pause for at least 6 months of the training the AI systems, because they're making it more powerful than the current one, GPT-4, right? And they're basically saying that it's moving too fast. It's going too fast.
It's learning at a rapid pace.
It's too fast. So what's going to happen is that what you don't want to happen in the already volatile economy is for you to introduce this tool that's going to replace thousands of jobs overnight. And we haven't found what we're going to do with these people that are going to be jobless. So you gotta pause it.
Wow.
You know, for the types of jobs that it's going to replace and the things that it's going to replace, it's like, how do these people have their livelihood?
Yeah, that's gonna, and you know, it's gonna wreak havoc. You know, especially in the entertainment world.
No person is safe, and this is part of the reason when we said, hey, you know, like when we're making music, especially on computers now. Now, if you think about it, we're making music, you know, FL or whatever. Everything is broken down into MIDI.
Yeah.
All right. So that's basically programming a code. So a MIDI file can program an AI.
Yeah. Because that's what you feed it, actually.
Exactly.
You feed it the MIDI and it could slap anything towards that MIDI.
Yeah. Or like if you talk about programs like Melodyne and stuff like that, where it doesn't even have to be MIDI. It can analyze the audio and you can change portions of the audio itself. So it's already it's already way past what it needs to be. And everybody who's in a creative space, if you're a photographer, if you're this, if you're a musician, if you're, you know, even if a film producer, it's coming. You know, in most cases it's already here. If you haven't already played around with Midjourney and stuff like that, there's a lot that's already here and people just not aware of it like yet. You know, if people start to play around with these things and start seeing these images and seeing how these things are working, you'd be amazed.
So AI right now is on its way to, and I hate to say it, replace songwriters, producers, artists, pretty much everything. Like if it stays on its pace and it continues to learn, because like I said, you know, this week we've seen a post. It said college dropout 2 with a question mark. Kanye West, right? And it has an audio
about that.
And it has an audio of Kanye, and I say that lightly because we don't know. has audio of Kanye rapping on a maybe a college dropout kind of vibe, and everybody in the comments is like, oh, whoa, but is this AI? Is this real? And I'm going through the comments, and everybody's just confused. Like the level of confusion, it was so obvious. Everybody's, is this AI Kanye? Is this real? Is this really gonna happen? And the level of confusion was just amazing because I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if this was a real record. I couldn't tell if this was Kanye really rapping or this is AI. And it's gonna be a serious problem. Like, what's gonna happen when it comes to you don't even own your own voice. You don't, like, what happens when it comes to copyrighting? Like, the laws, what's going to happen with these things? Is anybody going to be able to just, can I go get on the equipment right now, do all that stuff and put it out as our record featuring Jay-Z?
Technically, you can't. And, Universal said they started to band together with Spotify to make sure that they're scraping the internet of that and making sure that that's not being put out. Look, you got to either get, you can't stop it. This is the new wave. You can't stop it. There are AI tools. If a person doesn't want to talk, they can just feed all of their language into a model, and then you can just type out whatever you want the AI to say in your own voice. This is where we're going. Like, this is where it is. Like, this is, so when you see these folks want to put a pause on things and this, that, and the third, is because they're trying to get regulation involved, trying to find a way that they're going to be able to monetize it. Kind of like if you remember with the whole MP3 thing back in the day where people would, like, they didn't know what to do with Napster and stuff like that. They had to find a way to monetize it and find a way to make a new business model because it destroyed CDs.
Right. Yep.
Totally remove that from, it's gone. It's out of here.
Record labels were losing so much money and they didn't know what to do. I remember, oh man, that was the time.
So that was the time. So when you see a transitionary thing coming out like this, now they have to basically take a step back, tell you to pump the brake. All right, how do we get it so that every industry that's attached to human, workload doesn't collapse in real time? Because, listen, anything I'm asking this thing to do is doing it. And it's doing it faster than, the things that I've been able to get done has been exponentially faster. Things that would have taken me days to do, done in a matter of minutes.
Wow.
And really, because what happens is that when you're trying to, work in terms of creativity, and you and I, we know how that is, working in creativity. Creativity comes in waves. Sometimes it comes, real good. Sometimes you got to kind of bully your way through creativity.